Hello everyone, welcome to Module 11. In this module, we have a chapter in the book that you'll be reading on performance assessment and reflective learning, which you've been doing a lot of with your blog posts yourselves in this class. And now hopefully you'll find a reason for doing it with your own students as well. So let's move into the Module 11 pages, starting with the first one, the overview, which gives you your learning goals and also references the two assignments that will be talked about here. There's really only one that's due for this week, but there's a bigger project, the WebQuest, that is due in 2 weeks. So we'll start off with the content of what is a WebQuest. And WebQuests were actually designed by a professor at San Diego State University, Dr. Bernie Dodge, and because we want to focus on doing inquiry-based learning, he came up with something called the WebQuest. And essentially what it is it's kind of like a designed template for students to go through and provide them some structure in looking for information out on the web. Instead of just saying to students, well, go research this particular item, they often can get, as can adults for that matter, they often can get lost and they are not sure what web pages to be looking at. They're not getting the correct information. They might get distracted. All sorts of things can happen there. But the other part of it is this whole idea of inquiry and helping students discover on their own, because just providing information in a very didactic kind of way, it doesn't have as much meaning for students. There's not as much of a connection, and therefore it doesn't stick. So it may be good to pass the test, but it's not something that they carry over to the next learning objective. And ultimately, we want students to have some deeper meaning and deep learning. So the WebQuests are very, very structured, and you're going to be creating one as an assignment for 2 weeks from now. And I have provided an example of the background through this YouTube video with Dr. Dodge, and then there are some examples, both elementary, middle, and high school are available there. There is a WebQuest database that's linked here that you can look at to find some other WebQuests. But as I noted up in this paragraph up here, you could just Google WebQuest and you're going to find a ton of them, mostly because it's a requirement for this class across the nation. So it doesn't mean that they're good, and you need to know what you're looking for. You need to evaluate them in order to understand whether that's an exemplar that you want to use. So you will get that through a slide presentation, through Dr. Dodge's information here. You have to have an introduction, a task, a process, an evaluation, and a conclusion, as well as a teacher page. And you're going to actually be creating this on the web. So you will have some options, and when you go to next, you can create it through a template called Quest Garden, which is the one that Bernie Dodge created. And there is a cost to that, but there's a free 30-day trial, which will get us through this class. And so that's what I usually recommend, because it's provided in a step-by-step how to do it. And it is a little bit more sophisticated look to it. It looks a little more polished than the ones that are in this other option, which are perfectly okay to use as well, Zunal. So Zunal is another one that has the structure, and it's fine, whichever one you want to use. I would encourage you to kind of look at both of them to see which one you prefer to do. So in multimedia, there are the usual optional videos and resources. And then I did also post, once again, the optional activities. And then basically all you have to do this week is the digital blog post J, which is based on chapter 11. So it should be a relatively easy week to get through, just your readings and your blog post. However, because the web quest can take considerable more time than a normal week, I would strongly recommend that you get started with that. And hopefully, if you have any questions, you'll address those with me this week so that you won't be up against the wall trying to hurry up and get it done for next week. I just want to make a comment too about the blogs. If you have not been getting full points because of not putting in a digital tool or using copyrighted images or not having your resources correct, etc., this would be a good week to focus on what you need to do. Hopefully you'll have a good week, and let me know if there's any questions or comments, and we'll see you on the other side. Bye.